Let's find out, Rob. What did happen last time? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dragon's Brew D&D, and everyone just luckily fell into the right place for the cameras. Don't have to adjust a thing. How wonderful! I don't even know if you can hear me. That would be nice, but who knows? Should be coming up, Millhouse. Well, I'm coming up, Millhouse.
Maybe.
There we go. I had the music itself too far down.
Oh.
Yes, but it seems good right now. Okay, awesome. So welcome to Dragon's Brew D&D, episode 121, Abishai. Previously on Dragon's Brew D&D, let's start the hot potato game, starting with Brad. And who are you playing again?
I'm Brad, playing Belvin, the human paladin. Last session, we were a part of a slight celebration with the giant, and pretty much in agreement that we'll help each other in the fight against the dragons. And then, we went to our rooms, allocated rooms, for some treasure delegating.
Funny that you were in there first, Brad.
I was in there first.
But
I didn't have all the stuff on me this time.
Well, that's good. And then after that, I'll tell you what, Mr. Lucan, who are you playing again?
Oh, hi. Luke playing Casimir, the Tiefling Illusion Wizard. So after Belvin tried to steal our stuff. Not really. Went through a pile of books, found some juicy books. And then we tried to have a nap, but someone was very rude and ambushed us in our sleep, which seems to keep happening.
I don't know. I think Rob could tell you more about that, can't you?
Well, I remember passing out, and then upside down, and then I remember waking up to Belvin being Belvin had disappeared or something, and then these people broke into our room. Sorry, these giants, not people.
What do you mean, you people?
And
Rob's lagging.
Is it even a stream without Rob lagging?
And we basically fought them.
It's getting worse.
That's how I roll.
Look at that image. Oh, screen. That would be great. That would be a great screen cap. So
I don't want to talk anymore.
that's okay.
Rob, more like
I don't know.
Robo.
Is it still lagging or is it alright?
It's coming through now. Okay,
It's
right
coming a bit
now.
better.
It's coming through a bit better. So previously,
I used create item,
You
ball
did.
bearings on some dudes, and he fell down the roof, and that was the best part of the whole night. Just saying.
I don't know, that part where you just jumped off the side of a ledge onto a roof and smacked Resmir in the face with the crippler. Perfect. That was brilliant.
And then what?
And then what? That's right. As a captured green dragon-scaled Nerovan creature began to trying to kill himself within Casimir's sphere of force, the little hamster ball he created, Casimir caught on that this creature is definitely trying to murder itself, as he caught on that these creatures could probably be resummoned.
I mean, thanks to his monologuing.
Oh,
about
yes.
I'll be back.
His I'll be back monologue.
It's like, wait a minute.
And so the party incapacitated both the creatures, tied them up, and after a bit of a, couple of heated conversations pass, and you were permitted to use what is now the off-limits blue tower where the red mages of the Thayan mages were working back when Blagofkus was alongside with the cult, and they had occupied this tower. Figuring it's the most safest place and most sizable, the most properly sized compared place to jail these draconic fiends, seeing as the rest of the castle is to giant proportions, whereas this is to normal folk size. You're permitted to enter the entire building, a mixture of ice and stone, with a fine mahogany within the first layer, still the exact same as how you treated it last time you were here, all those years ago, about 2 years ago. All those years by 2 years, my god. As you made your way down with these incapacitated creatures, put them in the cells, chained and manacled them.
And blindfolded.
And blindfolded them. You are...
And gagged.
And gagged. Good boy. Good
I
boy.
ain't letting no bullshit go on here, Carl.
No, good. You were able to keep them under wraps, and you are able to get... What would you like to do with your newfound prisoners? You are able to lay down whatever spells you want to be able to get a long rest.
I am gonna cast Private Sanctum. So it can't be scryed on, no one can teleport in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut so we can actually get a fucking sleep.
Mm-hmm. Just a tiny hut and a sanctum in here.
Just, huh? You know what, Carl? I'm gonna throw down some alarms too.
Yep.
Don't want you pulling shenanigans.
Alarm, sanctum, and you have the
Tiny hut.
hut. Awesome. Cool. Just make a little hut for me.
So where'd you say we're staying? Over here, right?
Yeah, this is just the bottom floor of that tower. If you'll remember that this was where they were keeping all the farming equipment.
It's not full of poison, right?
It's not full of poison anymore. The poison has, like what you did previously, you had dealt with the sarin gas that they were developing in here as well, and you did away with all of that. Following that, you did clear out all of the cultist belongings and everything beforehand that were on the upper two levels. There is a laboratory section in the level above this one, and then above that is the living quarters, in which you can make yourself so at home. You can set all your spells down as well. So
Easily cover this. I can cover out to like here with the Private Sanctum.
yeah, that's cool. So as you lay down your defenses, your fortifications, you easily do so, and you are able to get a long rest as the sun comes up.
Nice.
That afternoon comes along. Are you guys taking this in shifts, or how would you guys like to proceed?
I think shifts makes perfect sense.
I will offer. I can cast Hallow in this space,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
I can choose for it to have extra dimensional interference. So if anything, they can't.
They can't pull any shenanigans.
No.
So they're blindfolded, they're gagged, they're bound, and they're caged.
Because what is your
And
private
they're-
sanctum?
yeah.
Sounds like a good weekend.
You know it is. So, for a private sanctum, sound can't pass through this barrier of this watered area, so this is just silent within this 100-foot.
Yeah, so it only lasts
Space.
24 hours.
Oh, it does last 24 hours, but it's enough time for you to But it also takes an entire 24 hours for Belvin to cast Hollow.
Well,
True.
that's what I mean. So, I'll ask, would it be worth it? Cast Hallow in this space.
Well,
Hollow does last until undispelled.
So it'll last.
um,
It only means they cannot leave this space. Doesn't necessarily mean.
let's see. Means I can't leave.
But if they wanted to try to get the other, friends of them, which they are fiends, they can't enter the area either.
Well, I'll ask you, Brad. Is it alright if I cut your grass a bit?
What do you mean?
Because I can use Wish to instantly cast Hello.
If you wish to use a ninth level on it.
Because, the only other thing I'm going to be doing is researching Imprison, thanks to Kashan's spellbook.
Okay.
I
Just
love.
be like, hello, hello.
Wait, isn't Wish a one-time use spell only?
Nope.
Only if you don't use it for.
So, there's two components to Wish, right? You can use it to instantly cast an 8th level or lower spell,
Mm.
casting one action, regardless of what spell it is, and it has no components cost. Or you can use it to
And
wish
you
for
just use that
something.
whenever you want.
That's a 9th level spell. So yeah.
No, but
so-
you can use that multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
there's you could wish for some crazy stuff, and then
That's when you could lose it.
the wish can get warped, or might not be exactly what you want, depending on your wording and stuff.
So
Can
thematically,
Carl?
thematically, as Belvin begins to draw his longsword to begin casting, essentially, I take it that Casimirs just draws on the inspiration of that and just. I wish you could hurry this up. So through a combined effort of the inspiration of Belvin and Casimir, Hallow is cast on the area.
Yay!
Nice.
Because I wouldn't have thought of hello, honestly, if you didn't say that.
Well, I was just thinking, I was like, oh, is there something I could use that could help? And I was like, oh, hello.
Because that would be perfect. But I was like, wait a minute, 24 hours to cast. That's 24 hours where Carl could fuck with this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So then, Kaz would pretty much just live in this room until he's studied imprisonment. So he can sort of double as watch as well while they're studying. Not completely focused on them or anything, but
Oh yeah, of course.
at least he's there.
I'm just going to make 2 checks for them over that 24-hour period to see if they are able to get shifty. What would ever?
These.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, what's the rest of y'all doing at the moment? So what's Ikram and Belvin doing over this period?
What's the period? Time frame wise?
Let's say 24 hours.
I'd like to start using, this little bit of downtime to maybe read a book or become efficient in a skill that Belvin's been using for a while, but been feeling like he needs to step up his game to help everyone else out.
Go on.
Using my downtime points to get proficiency in stealth.
I love that.
That's cool because he could use the snow outside as practice.
Absolutely, that's a brilliant concept.
And in his full plate armor, he's trying to practice doing it.
Just light-footed, easy travel. Bit more padding, like fur padding in and around the boots since it's a
Yeah.
lot colder outside. So you just line them through, but easily done. Make me a stealth check with your new proficiency. Remember, it's a disadvantage.
Yep.
There's still disadvantage. Yeah. Well, it's better than before.
Hey, you know that would have been a 5. So.
It's still, for your big bulky form, quite impressive, and even the ogres don't pay you no mind as they're guarding. As you have 3 ogre guards at the bottom of the curved steps, and an ogre guard at both the entrance to this tower and the entrance to the middle tower that leads to the main keep.
Let's say,
Sweet.
honestly, these ogres are pretty shit guards. They got mind controlled before. Like,
You know for a fact that these creatures are not that wise.
yeah.
Look, Casimir, you got mind controlled at one stage as well, so. But we all have, so we can't point fingers here.
You can't point fingers. What's Ikram doing over this period?
I don't know. Trying to think, like figure it out, like think of something.
There's some books you could possibly be reading.
Does Ikram actually know how to read?
That's what I'm wondering too.
He has a high enough intelligence to be able to read.
That's true. That's true.
It's just a matter of like learning. Have you learnt at some point in your life how to read? How old are you? Like 80?
I'd like to think he
Yeah, I
has.
don't know.
He had to
He
have.
just goes along with.
You would have. Didn't you? Weren't you part of a guild? You would have to have read stuff when you were.
Yeah,
playing.
like- like a
yeah,
druid
that's
grove.
right. I was the town hall. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
can't even remember.
I know how to read, guys.
it's like that time in my life was a bit hazy.
That
Crazy
was like
times.
3 years ago.
Literally every time. in your
Literally
life is
3
hazy.
years ago.
Yeah.
So, as
um,
you,
how high in the air are we?
if you look over the edge, you can just see clouds and the top view of a mountain range. But it looks like if you are going to look over the edge and go for a flyer,
Unknown.
if you're going to go for a fly around Ikram, I will put you on the world map just to be like, yo, you guys are Sandstorm, settle down.
Question:
Answer.
if the castle is moving, could Ikram actually keep up with it?
I was just
If he was
thinking.
flying.
I'm sorry.
Like, how fast
Yeah,
is the
good point.
castle going?
It depends on what flight form he takes, to be really honest.
No, okay, so it is pretty quick. But that's what I'm going to assume from that comment.
How fast did you say it was?
It's moving at a speed of 60 feet.
I was just sort of thinking maybe I could like.
Oh,
Gosh.
his leg.
And as that's like my moving speed of my bird.
So you'd be able to keep up, but you wouldn't be like if you were
If
dashing.
he dashed, yeah.
Yeah. If you're
Imagine
dashing,
if he
you'd
was
be able
like
to go
too
up.
far behind, it'd be a struggle. He'd
Yeah,
tire
it
out.
would. He's just
I was just thinking I could like patrol the airs and stuff, but like make sure that nothing's happening or anything.
okay. So as you're getting a
Am I just lagging? Am I?
Yeah, yeah.
Can
not,
you guys hear me or not?
you can
Yeah,
hear, we can
it's-
hear you
okay,
a bit
it's
better now.
Super delayed though.
Oh, okay, great. Apparently, my giant eagle-crum has an 80-foot movement flying speed. So
Oh, that's
So
pretty
yeah,
good,
you'd be able to quickly zip around and keep up with the castle in itself.
yeah, I was just thinking, would it be worth just patrolling the air, just making sure nothing comes to attack or anything?
All right, well make me
Casimir, do you think that's a good idea or not?
a perception check, my friend.
I think it'd be a good idea.
17.
On a 17, on your flights around the
Actually, a pretty shit roll, to be honest.
a little bit.
The 6.
Jesus.
On through those hours of the castle, throughout the day, beginning to exit the mountain range of the spine of the world, it travels over the lower hills of the Lurkwood Forest, heading down to where you know as the territory of Silvery Moon and the Evermoors. Basically heading back down south towards the higher forest. And you think in another 24 hours they'll probably be around reaching over around Silvery Moon. And you know that that's where the silver dragon known as Ella is keeping guard in Sanctum with her other dragon companions.
Yeah.
But the skies are clear.
Is that the thing you just moved?
Yeah, so this blue castle, that's
Yep.
y'all. That's where y'all
Oh, okay, copy.
are. Alright. So,
Wow, it really doesn't look that spectacular on this world map.
Who would have thought?
well, fucking sorry.
Jeez, Carl. Can't we have a bigger castle?
Here's a bigger castle.
Stretch it.
You can have a flying castle now. Fuck it.
So this is over 24 hours, eh?
Yeah, over 24 hours.
Well, we still
I'm
need to keep
probably
an eye
gonna,
on the
like-
prisoners and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like I might like just go and do like a scout around for a bit and then come and like chill out and then fly again, like, you know, like in kind of stages, Kyle.
Yeah, no, of course. That's all good to do.
And we had a long rest, or we haven't, so all of our shit still
I'm going to say you have had a long rest.
sweet. Give me them spell slots. Yeah, baby. Hey, who's touching them?
I haven't touched anything.
Right. Well, I would, while Casimir's studying, and whoever's not on watch as well, Kaz would ask the others if they could grab some components for spellcasting for him.
Go on.
So I need a mithril orb, a small mithril orb, or at least like mithril that he could fabricate into an orb. So I don't know if the giants would have any mithril with them, or if we have any river guard, or I'm not sure.
You have to ask the giants, but they'll require a check from one of the other guys to go and have a look at. There is a forge master in the castle.
Belvin can go look at that.
Alright.
Like, check it out.
I would trust Belvin more than Ikram with that because he knows his medals.
Yep.
Yep.
And what
Whereas
would you,
Ikram specifically doesn't know his medals.
and what would you have Ikram be doing?
I do nothing with medals.
Well, Ikram, you know gems, don't you? Well, you know more than medals, at least.
You definitely know more than medals. Just give me a color and shape.
I need a transparent gemstone of any type, like any transparent gemstone.
You
I
guys
need-
have a recently
didn't we
acquired
just find
diamond.
one?
Yeah, actually, we got a lot of Kashan, didn't we?
You did.
So
And
actually,
I'm just like, you mean like
you mean like this? Was there a diamond the size of his head? And you're like, oh, fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
So
So I don't know how many hit die they have, Carl. So you'll have to inform me on that.
all right, you'll have to make a insight check for me.
Okay. And I get advantage from the cube.
You will get advantage from the cube.
Bam. Podcast.
Who are you doing it on first?
Well, I'm gonna lock down that.
Who are you doing it on first?
I would do it on what's his name? Nerevan.
Neurovan? Okay. On a 21, you do a bit of study and in your research and finding and trying to understand the infernal makeup of this creature. you would need along the lines of gemstones to the value of. Because what's the component again?
Well, it depends which one I'm using, either the mithril or the gems. But it's 500 gold value per hit die.
Yeah, so you need something of a value of. You'd estimate just over 12,000 gold.
So you're saying 22? Is that right? 22 hit die?
25, so 12,500.
Okay.
So is that how much the
we can do
component
that from
needs?
gems. That's for one of them. Yep.
That's how much the component will need to cost.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. Let's see. 25. Yeah. There we go. Quick math failed. So 25 hit die. Okay. Well, we've got that in gemstones for sure.
Oh yeah. Just being able to fabricate that around is just another issue. Where you can just cast fabricate on it and change it.
It's not an issue. You literally can just fabricate it.
I know. Like I thought that, and I was just like, no, it's not. He's a
Wait a
wizard.
minute.
Belvin, you go to see the Forge Master,
Yep.
Storvlad. No, not Storvlad. Icaros. Icaros is a frost giant. He was working the forge here at, and doing the basic repairs for all the gear and the equipment of Skyreach, and he's been doing it ever since. As he greets you in, he turns, and though there is a communication barrier between the two of you, he does try something else and speaks in Dwarvish.
I can reciprocate.
Yes.
Dwarvish.
And after a little bit, you just have a laugh and find a common ground, and as he finally speaks up and says, "So what can I do for you, my boy dearest ma'am?"
Try to keep it simple as can. Looking for particular metal, mithril, and he'll describe the look of mithril because you'll know what mithril looks like.
Yeah, he says, "I know, in fact, of the mithril itself. Yes. How much are you looking for, boy? What you needing? What you needing for a sword?"
How many hit die does Talus? Wait, is it Talus? Yeah. Does
Resme.
Talus have?
No, it's
Resme.
Resme.
Oh, that's right. Talus died.
You don't know. You're gonna have to make another insight check for that.
Oh, I'll do another insight then.
Well, Belvin
So
will...
I would have done this before Belvin left, so he'd actually know how much he needs. 22.
Well, Belvin could just contact you from the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
For
you a message.
Resme, it is. You believe it's going to be significantly less than what Neurovane is.
Sweet.
Whereas Resme was already a creature that had already died and had already gone through the process. Neurovane was pretty. What's the word? Successful candidate in which, for Resme, you believe you would only need someone around 4,500.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Alright. Okay. Would Belvin be able to evaluate how much of mithril, evaluate the actual cost of how much mithril he had? He'll probably
Well,
just
how
ask,
much
like,
would a sword's worth be?
A sword's worth of mithril will be about 5,000.
yeah, I was gonna say it is pretty expensive stuff, very lightweight
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah. So it's probably about sword's worth, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah. I'll need about as much for a sword. I just need the metal. Don't need it made up at this point.
Okay, so roll me a blacksmithing tools check for the as you assist the giant in finding and being like, yep, we actually he says to you, "Yeah, we actually pulled some of the some mithril out of the some ore from the loot hoard of Glazehail. That when she'd frosted it to the walls underneath the keep, and you are able to find a chunk of mithril in its purest ore form."
My Arcana was good, but goddamn.
Yeah, I was just like,
19.
why is it so good? It's literally because it's magical tools because they're
Yeah.
the
Plus
Jurgens
2 Dragon's tools
yeah
or something.
Yeah.
tools yeah.
Goddamn.
Plus
Yeah, I know.
9.
I looked at it, I was like, well,
I'm looking at it now too. What the fuck?
I don't know why it's that high, but
Because you'd have expertise, I guess.
it's
in smithing
expertise on
tools?
it, and I've got some mods on it too.
Because it's a plus what?
Oh yeah, because expertise is 12, my strength is 6, and then there's a +1 mod on it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway,
Nice.
well that's nearly as broken as Sandstorm Stealth. Why are you taking
I need to start making more smith tool checks.
I mean,
let me-
except it's smithing tools, not stealth.
Yeah.
Stealth
Still,
is like
look, I
social.
rolled a 2.
Still over 20. Oh.
Imagine if I rolled over 10.
I mean, Belvin is literally like a master blacksmith.
You are at this point a master blacksmith, and in doing that, you actually teach him a lot more about mithril than he ever knows, and he asks you to like help him forge it. But then you get sidetracked for about an hour in explaining this.
And yeah, and I'll talk to him and be like, I would love to actually work with a bit of mithril. I don't think I haven't actually had some hands-on experience. I've only, read about it and seen it. Haven't actually had to shape it myself. But
Funny
another
you say
time.
We
Funny you should say that to Belvin. Because I got to study my spell for a bit. And I think you've got a little personal vendetta against Resmir. So why not make up a little Orb of Mithril as the spellcasting component?
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. All right, let's get to work on this mithril.
all right. You and Isaac get to work over the course of the 18-hour period. You put all your aspects of the teachings of Drugeddon's lessons into this. You can make me another blacksmith smithing tools check. Blech. I nearly swallowed my tongue, man. I'll take.
If he's got some more mithril, I wouldn't mind
You can do it
playing around with
on
some
a
extra
on a
stuff.
on a 30. Yes, there is enough ore that you are able to coat your short sword with it, if you wish. So that will make it very light, and it will go from a +1 to a +2 on a 30 for motherfucker. If you expend a bit more, if you utilize a gem worth 1,000 gold or more into the creation of it as well, to accentuate the gem dust, make it divine, give it divine prowess to then cast into the mithril that you're then laying upon your weapon.
Yeah, sure. I'm feeling inspired by the material.
Neat. So that would change your short sword from a +1 to a +2
Yes.
on a fucking 34, because that's just really cool to do.
Hell yeah.
Well, I know Belvin's profession if he survives and stops adventuring.
Pretty
Just
much.
fucking make a sword like every year or so, that'll fund you.
Ikram, what are you doing with your time?
I was actually thinking of spending some of my downtime
Oh,
to get a feat, and I was wondering if I can get the feat resilient by any chance.
you can get resilient. Yes, you can.
That might help.
Which stat?
I was thinking dex, because then I'd have 20 dex, and then I'd also have saving throws, dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
That'd be
proficient.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
You have
That would help with.
'Cause we
help
do a
with
lot of
the
dex
deep-
saves.
Yeah, and I'm like, mine's all dex damage for my bow and shit. So
True.
How's
Very
your
nice.
dex that high? Nice.
Hey, yeah,
Because he's been doing his bow stuff a lot.
yeah. I've just been pumping into, and my wisdom's already 20 as well.
Fuck
Yeah.
It was either that or skulker.
Well,
Skull Crusher.
do you? Well, you can also spend that points to get what's it called? Expertise, or you
On
can
a
get
skill.
sharpshooter. Actually, no, you can't. You don't have enough points.
No, how much is it for the 1 feet?
So for the 1
It's
3,
your
it's
three-
300.
Oh boy, 17 downtime points now.
Oh.
Look out.
So you're going to take resilient and you're going to put that into dexterity. Very nice.
Yeah.
So,
that'll be-
so what does Ikram do to be real proficient in dex? Get your dex
Exactly.
up higher.
Parkour.
You
Yeah, I
are.
was gonna say, like,
Parkour.
Parkour up on the roof.
do you try to like emulate like what crazy stuff Sandstorm does?
And especially now with your slip as a spider climb, Ikram,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Ikram
that's
could be
good.
out here on the
True.
on the parapets and
Yeah.
passageways, wall running around the side, jumping from side little side thing to side
Parkour.
thing. Parkour.
I can imagine him.
Parkour.
Yeah, like even though like real dex people like dex high people can just do it without like the spider climb, but Rob just like Ikram could just like run up it and then jump from one side and then like instead of using his hands, just his legs.
Yeah, I'll just keep constantly running, kind of like Spider-Man, just like.
All right. As you're going to parkour, make me a dexterity check.
Ah, shit. With my new stats or current
Dex
stats?
save.
With
Or-
your new, make a dexterity
Oh,
check.
with my new. Oh shit! I gotta
Check.
hold on. I
It's
gotta
still
change it
plus
all
five.
to 20. 20, and then Dex becomes proficient. Did you say just a straight Dex check?
Yeah, just dex check.
Just a
Dex check. 24.
Nice. So as you're running, so as you're going
Could have
parkour
backfired.
and
Hardcore
really,
parkour.
really getting into the flexibility of just being more mobile, make me an acrobatics check for me.
Oh my god, this could. And this is where it all goes downhill.
Parkour.
So none of my skills get proficient. It's just my Dex.
Yeah, so
saving
it's-
throw.
Yeah. So they would have went up by 1.
Yeah. 12. I might luck die that. 12.
Nice.
I'm
It's meant to
sticking
be.
with 12.
It's at that point that you are running on the outside of the castle, and you do go for the long Spider-Man leap, trying to get from down here all the way across to here in just one mighty bound. But you do miss completely. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As you're just falling, you're like, whoa!
13.
Wow.
You put a hand out.
and 12.
Holy shit. Hold on.
You put a hand out, it's enough to put it there on the wall, and it is just barely enough to get to plant a foot on the wall as you just grind down slowly as a rolling piece of bubblegum down a wall on a hot day
Yeah, gotcha.
until you stop.
Also,
Doesn't
Rob,
that just sum up Ikram as a character?
but
Rolling piece of gum.
your
hot day.
your acrobatics, you could get proficiency in it if you read one of the books from the hall.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, true. Maybe I'll do that as well then.
Yeah.
Also, you have a book to read, Belvin.
I do.
He spends it smithing.
How
No.
long do I-
Gotta be sneaky.
Like, how long does it take to read it? Isn't it 48 hours or something?
Yes, it's 48 hours worth of reading over a 6-day period.
That's a lot. That's probably more reading than Ikram's ever done in a 48-hour period. So,
Yeah,
wait,
I don't know if I could do
like
it.
48 hours over a 6-day period.
Like this
Yeah.
is if this is after Belvin reads his book.
This is after Belvin reads his book.
Damn.
That's disadvantaged too. So.
Damn.
48 hours, so that'll be like later on then. I'll say that I've got it, and then I am slowly
Stealthy
like
plate
chipping away at
armor.
it. But I'm not gonna
So sneaky.
like have it read in 48 hours. I don't think.
No, you need to read 48 hours worth over a 6-day period.
Oh, gotcha.
So sad.
Oh, I just mean
Like
because we're only
6
going
hours
through a
a day.
24. Yeah, we're only going for a 24-hour period at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you can read part of
So
it.
I'll read some of it.
all right. So mark down.
That's a fuckload of reading. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever read that much in my life.
Mark down 6 hours of reading for you, Ikram.
Belvin will probably also read as well once.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, once if he gets a chance to, he's been probably smithing all day, and then
Did you?
literally loses track of time, just like going about his business and talking to the
Hitting that rock.
giant. You know, when you do this with this material, you really got to be fine with the edges because it's quite soft. Got to get the right temperature, you know. And then like Casimir's like trying to like call him. You ready or something?
Balin, pick up. Have you done your daily reading?
This Casimir's on. All right. Don't forget to put your HP back up as you gain a long rest from and regain spell slots. And remember to pick your spells as the new
Another one.
day dawns. And
So,
I'm sorry, can I just make sure that no one saw me fuck up that bad?
make a stealth check.
I mean, you're on the outside of the castle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But someone could have been. Oh my god!
So
Doesn't help that you were
Someone
like,
saw me.
"Ooh."
Imagine we just
Someone
like
saw me
we
through
just
a
heard
window.
you.
Like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck?
just remember you just like as you were slipping, you're like, oh shit.
I'm so glad nobody saw me fuck up like that.
Yeah.
So there's like little slit windows on the side of this, like on the upper level to this spot. So during this time, Casimir is
You
just
see Casimir looking through the slit at Ikram, just like right next to him.
that's,
What the fuck are you doing?
as he's just slowly sliding down. Casimir is just walking past, does a double take, and just walks backwards, looks out the window, and just keeps going.
Just shaking his head.
As
He makes
Ikram's
sure
just-
that he makes eye contact with Ikram and sees him shaking his head and keeps walking.
I thought you guys always see me in the most fucking stupid situations.
Well, I mean, you do it a lot.
like, I never doubt Ikram won't have a stupid moment every session, but I love it.
Can't believe I rolled a 1 on a stealth check.
I
That's,
can.
that's my 1 for the night. Like,
Yeah. All right. So we go back and present Casimir with the orb.
Okay.
Made it, and it's like perfectly made, so smooth.
It's like so nice. It's like very
Like a
intricate,
pebble.
like patterns on it.
Just a
Very
little
nice.
flair for you, Casimir.
Oh,
And also, I had
like
extra
it.
time as well. I also made a new. I upgraded my short sword.
He's just like, I had some extra time, so I made these. It's like a fucking pile of armor.
As you're entering into the room, Belvin, you begin to hear Resmir's voice in your mind. You know this won't last. It's good to feel your presence again.
Belva's just gonna be like, ugh. No, no, just give it up already, Resmir.
Not until... Not until Her Majesty is here. And I will be one to bring her here.
Well, not with us around.
They will come. They will be here. You better be ready.
Well, you won't. All right, Casimir, let's do this.
Yeah. That was all telepathic, by the way, just between you and her.
Yeah.
Casimir is currently immune to telepathy.
Yeah, because every morning I cast
Mind
Mind
blank.
blank.
Mind Blank. Part of my daily routine.
like a skincare routine.
Pretty much, yes.
Exactly, but this is Mind Care routine.
Also, privacy.
Yeah, so many annoying demons around these days. Do we have anything, like you guys specifically, that can reduce enemies' saving throws? Because I believe they have to make a wisdom save. And if they succeed, then they're immune to my casting of it again.
Immune for a period or immune?
Immune to this spell if you cast it again. Individually.
Anything that lowers their...
Their saving throws. Wisdom specifically, if you got anything.
I gotta get their character sheets up.
Let's see.
I don't think. The only thing I'd think of would be like...
No, I don't think I have anything that imparts
Like disadvantage or like
disadvantage.
lowers their saves. I think you have Bane.
The only thing for me would be Charm.
No, that doesn't lower their saves.
I do not have Bane anymore.
It's a paladin spell though. You should be able to prepare it.
Ah, yeah, sorry. No, I should have Bane still.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't I have Bane?
Well, it
This
is
is
a,
something I would have
yeah.
told them before they rest, by the way.
Yeah, it is a spell that you can prepare. So
Yeah. I don't know why.
Hero's Feast gives us advantage to wisdom saves.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's all just benefit us, not disadvantage.
Yeah.
them.
It's...
Okay, well, yeah, I'll cast I'll have Bane on me.
Okay. No, that doesn't hurt.
And I can cast.
I don't. I think. What do they have to do? They have to make a charisma save.
Alright, do they have to make a charisma save?
Yeah. When we're ready,
Okay.
they will. I think. Yeah, I don't have anything else that can make their saves worse.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll cast Bane on them.
Is it a vengeance paladin thing that makes them have like disadvantage on saves?
They are fiends as well.
No.
Which means...
I'll let you discuss for a second while I just go over there and grab my bowl of water.
There's a Vengeance Paladin one that has grants me advantage on everything against that person,
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Okay.
and nothing about imparting disadvantage. So.
I wonder...
Except for Bane. Bane gives the -4 D4.
Yep.
So they have to make charisma saves against this. So.
Against Bane, yep.
Hmm.
I'm just looking through my spells to see if I have anything that could help.
This is going to be interesting.
Question, Kyle.
Answer.
Can a creature willingly save a throw? Fail a save? Like they can allow it, right?
They can, yes. Go on. What are you thinking?
I'm just... I was considering suggestion.
You can try.
But I'm just thinking of wording that could make it actually seem reasonable.
Hello, Templar. We're currently figuring out how to imprison some Abishai.
I'd I'd discuss with Ikram and Belvin privately, like via a telepathic bond I would cast, what they think is a good suggestion to see if it'll work, like to make them willingly fail a save.
Submit.
I'll put up the spell mass suggestion
Mass suggestion.
because it'll hit both of them and it's not concentration.
Course of the action described. Yeah.
So it needs to be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. And it can't like
Basically, you just need to like convince, like you need to have a convincing argument as to why they shouldn't do it.
yeah, basically.
Okay. To make this course of action sound reasonable.
And the reason and the course of action is
To allow
to allow
To allow
wisdom
a
save.
spell
Oh,
to take hold.
Did you threaten
I'm not going to
them,
say which
maybe?
spell. No.
well, you could
Maybe.
You
Well,
could
Casimir is-
suggest, like heavily suggest, like if you don't accept this, then someone's going to die.
I mean, but they're not afraid.
They
of
won't
it.
care about dying.
Yeah.
you could
Talking about their friends killed.
Yeah.
Being
Won't
killed.
matter.
you can
Yeah, they won't care.
you can suggest to them, because Casimir's smart enough to believe that they are complete fanatics. They are fanatics. That's the word. They are completely and utterly devoted to Tiamat. So any form of spurring on to get to their goal of Tiamat does sound logical,
Could
even
give
from a even from an
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something along the lines of, we don't have time to waste here, either of us. Like, I'm sick of waiting around. Let my spell take hold, and I'll release you from this cage. So then we can have our forces clash in the final battle.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your suggestion?
Yeah, I would cast. I think if you guys think that sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
Probably
good
the
luck.
only thing that could really. So, allow my spell to take hold.
Me specifically.
Yep.
And then I'll release you from this cage,
But
and our forces can take place in the final battle.
yeah, okay. So that yeah, okay. It's
Okay.
not gonna mean like this spell. Obviously, the next spell.
No,
Yeah,
next
'cause
spell I
obviously
cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they still make a wisdom save for this, so maybe
Yeah.
they'll succeed.
All right. So first up, Resmir on a 12.
So, oh yeah, so that's my suggestion. Sorry. Yeah, so she fails it. Whether or not she believes it's reasonable, I don't know.
So she is fairly well dead set on fighting in battle against Belvin. You know this. You use this against her, and she pretty much goes from a tensed, like kneeling position, like getting ready, like constantly at the moment to flex and rip out of her bindings, to now just in a lean forward suggestive manner, as if her body language is trying to say, especially telepathically to Belvin, let's hurry up and get this on with. I have a throat to slice then.
Elvin will look over Casimir.
Whereas
And old lady.
Neurovane you can, even though we gagged him down, hello Calamity. He begins to chuckle. Even for his vine, just
So he's immune to charm.
as both Ikram and Belvin hear in their minds, foolish wizard boy. You can try to sway my mind, but it will always fail. You can't scare me. You can't suggest a course of action. I am the emissary of Tiamat.
Alright, and since Casimir will probably know that failed on
Yeah.
Nuravane, Belvin will cast Bane on him.
We should hit both to be safe, I think.
Oh, cast both.
Yeah. Like it'll hit both, I think.
I just didn't want to hit Resmir just to make sure it didn't.
Ah, yeah, true.
I just totally accept that spell, so I'll only
Yeah.
cast it on Nuravane just to make
Okay,
sure.
okay. Yeah, yeah. That's fair.
So it'd only be on Nuravane if
Well,
he succeeds a Charisma saving throw.
Just to pull you up. I can only cast Imprisonment once. It's an 9th level spell. So I need to do one per day kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe you should wait for tomorrow.
Right, yeah.
But
As I'm preparing it, okay, you say that and be like, true. We'll save it.
There we go.
and actually, I wonder if does Ikram have silence prepared? The spell. Or could he have prepared it?
What level is it?
2nd, I think.
I don't even have it on my thing.
Not entirely sure druids can have silence.
Maybe it's range. I thought druids could, but maybe it's just ranges. If not, I would ask, because what's his name? Nuravane is currently blind.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just bard,
Gagged.
clerics, and rangers.
Yeah, okay. Clerics, really? Okay. So he's blindfolded,
Yep.
gagged,
Can't see.
bound, and
Yep.
I would ask someone to plug his ears.
All right. You can attempt to plug his draconic snake-like ears just by wrapping the head in linens,
Just
pillows.
shove some like cotton balls in his ears.
I mean, you could just illusion something around his head and just make it real for a moment.
Just illusion like the worst music you can think of constantly around his head. Oh, like mumble rap or something. Maybe he likes that. I don't know. Fiends are into weird shit.
Fiends are
He actually absolutely froths it.
He's just like, oh shit.
It's like, man, this is lit. This is fire, and I'm from hell. So,
Okay,
How-
and then I will cast Imprisonment on Resmir with the Mithril Ball.
okay. So she's got a minus D4 to her roll.
What about the suggestion? Does that not matter?
Oh, that, of course.
Yeah, no, he didn't cast Bane.
He didn't cast Bane? Okay, sorry. It was just a low spell going on.
Yeah.
So, with that, as you hold the mithril orb out, it begins to levitate as you begin to surge the magical energies from the arcane words that you use to cast a spell and the gestures around it. As static energy begins to lift it up into the air, it shifts, it begins to burn and lights on fire, and then that electricity begins to pulse out and just shoot out towards Resmir as the form begins to immolate, but then rips some form of dark spectral form energy just that just shifts into the mithril orb, and you can see that in Infernal there is a name that resides now on the orb.
Mm. Okay.
And it says Restark.
So now.
So which one did you cast on her specifically?
This one. So I'd say as she's like absorbed into the orb. I would have to like take it out and bury it basically. Well, actually, no. It would automatically.
It would
by the sounds of
automatically
it.
do it as soon as she goes in it. It would just go.
Yeah. Into the depths of the earth.
Would it teleport into it or? I'd say so. I'd say it would be
Yeah.
envelop in it and then it'll just
And-
disappear. You'd know where it would be though.
I would,
You would.
and I could also set
A release.
like a release. Yeah.
thing.
So let's say during the casting spell, you can specify a condition that will cause the spell to end and release the target. The condition can be as specific or as elaborate as you choose. I would say I'll set a condition in case we want to destroy her permanently later. To be, I can release Resmir if I choose, only of my own free will, and if I'm not pressured or forced in any way. Does that sound reasonable? So I can only be completely of my own free will. Does that sound reasonable, Carl?
Yeah. That sounds perfectly fine.
Okay.
As the
And I can't be like,
you
like
can't be
hostages held and like pressure me into it or
yeah.
anything like
There is as the way the spell works. There is no second backlash towards this. It has to be completely of your own volition that you were going to release Resmir from her binding.
Yep.
And so with that, Resmir is out of existence. And you just begin to hear Nerovain snarl. Just. You get the sense that he's kind of that he might be completely angry and upset, even assuming that if he could communicate telepathically, it makes no perfect sense that so could Resmir between the two of them.
I think that's a pretty successful day.
Oh, damn. Feels good. Just shitting on the cold.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll make sure we're not late for your appointment.
And before we leave, I will cast again for another 24 hours, Private Sanctum.
And yeah, and Hallow is up in this area
Yeah, hello. Is
like
up
forever.
till dispelled, yeah.
Yeah, this is now consecrate sacred ground.
What's the range of Hallow again?
60 feet.
60-foot
It has
radius.
radius up to
so it's
60
up
feet.
to
Yeah.
120 feet.
Yeah.
So nothing can teleport in or out because of Private Sanctum, and then like demons can't enter or leave because
Where
of
were
it.
we? We were about here.
Yeah, so easy covers the whole tower,
Okay.
Yep.
So
but doesn't block dragons. But
Doesn't, but these things in particular are fiends.
yeah,
So they can't come in.
can't scry, can't be targeted by divination spells, can't teleport in or out. Planar travel's blocked.
Any teleportation
Yeah.
blocked by Hallow as well.
Yep. Wonder if we don't have anything that can block telepathy, but I don't know what the range on telepathy would be. And he can't cast any spells, so it's like it's got to be like some innate ability, I guess.
I think he's pretty covered. Let's come back tomorrow.
Alright. I don't know when, because I'll have to have a long rest to recharge my spell slot. I don't know when the next long rest could be, but I'd be reading my book
Well-
of knowledge up until I can rest again.
Well, this was in the one day, and you took you how long to read?
18 hours. So that was like the entire first day, basically. Plus then I long rested. So it's more than 24 hours.
Yep. Okay. And then, so this is the next day.
Yeah. So you guys could spend another day of downtime, just making your way around the castle easily as well. It's
Reading a book.
you catch up.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no. There was that other book. Actually,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
the
reading
book I
that
was
one
talking
first.
about.
Yeah, that's the book I will be reading.
The
Actually, I forgot-
charisma book.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. There's that book that you had.
So
Totally
Still got,
forgot
the
there was that one.
still got the post-it note on it.
Yeah. So if you guys want to spend for reading your books and to just studying, which you can within this tower, it's a still very homely study space.
With big skulls around and stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. You
That's
can
the basement.
you can just fabricate that and get them away.
There's upper levels, isn't there?
Yeah, there's upper levels. There is a research and study.
Isn't this a trapdoor, like a ladder, trapdoor ladder down into the bottom?
It's
Yeah,
just the basement.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So the upper stuff is where you got a hoard of books last time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
you did.
vacuumed out, so there's no books there anymore.
Yeah, you literally. It's now squeaky clean. There's no dust in there or anything because it has been touched ever since. And you vacuumed
Well,
all the dust up.
because we haven't been here for a while.
Well, you vacuumed all the dust up when you left.
So when you open up your queue, just just done.
That's the magic trick.
Asthma.
All right.
Actually, no. Like when you pull out, you pull out what you think about, and then you actually start thinking about, oh, I wonder how much dust is in here. Yeah, just a fucking massive dust cloud.
If Ikram, if you're all going to spend 12 hours, if you all want to spend 12 hours adding to your book and studying together as a group, you can do that. Ikram, if you do want to have a fly around and make some perception checks, you can also perfectly do that. So say
I would like to do both of those things.
okay, so everyone can add 12 hours to their book reading time.
As in 12 hours total.
12 hours total.
What was the book called? The Book of Leadership and the Book of Knowledge?
Isn't it a tome?
Tome, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
so tome of
Leadership and
and a
influence.
tome of clear thoughts.
Your thoughts.
Perception, I got 25.
What's the clear thoughts? That's not the
Yeah,
one.
That's
from
the intelligence one.
Yeah, that's
And
intelligent.
yours was Tome of Leadership.
leadership and influence.
And that
Yep.
was charisma. Yeah.
Yeah. 48.
Okay.
So
And
12
Ikram
hours
gets a book of botany.
done.
Expertise in
I'm just
herbology.
reading. Am I reading something about acrobatics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
You are,
that's the skill books.
Skill books, yeah.
But what was this botany one you were talking about?
That's just something I bullshitted.
There's probably a book. There was a lot of books, wasn't there? There was a
Interesting.
lot
There's-
in that hall.
There is a book. There is a book on botany that's also a part of the collection that will give you proficiency in the alchemy tools. That one you only have to read for 10 hours and you gain proficiency in the tools. I'll say.
Make up
I mean,
some
it's not
special
bad.
brews.
Pretty much. Alright. So, that's the check for the morning as you do your rounds flying around. 25, the skies are clear. You are now. The castle is now flown south of what's it called? Silvery Moon. And it's heading towards the High Forest, the northern section of the High Forest. As the afternoon comes around, well, the evening comes around, truly, as the sun begins to set in this afternoon sky, make another perception check.
19.
And on a 19,
Oh, he paused.
yeah, you can see two silhouettes flying towards the castle, keeping pace with it.
Can I make out what the silhouettes look like? Kind of.
They do resemble large, incredibly large winged creatures at a distance, especially if you are your giant eagle self. I would say that you can have a insight check at advantage.
So,
13.
I think I get what he's hinting at.
The dragons of some kinds, and they're going to catch you by morning.
Fine.
We haven't got telepathic bond on anymore, do we?
No, nothing else.
Okay. I'm gonna fly down and.
Although you have your
Casimir that.
ring of sending, no?
Ring of sending.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Am I able to use that as an eagle?
Yeah, it's a merge of your magic. It's merge of your
Yeah.
form.
It's
But I
my
mean,
toe
did you
ring
have
as
to
an
talk?
eagle.
Exactly.
Don't you have to talk?
You see,
What's
Does
that,
anyone
Ikram?
speak bird?
Has Lassie done well?
I'm
it's a
gonna
nice
fly.
day out.
I'm gonna fly to Casimir and Belvin. Are we all sharing the same? We're all sleeping in the same room.
Pretty much,
Kaz
yeah.
would still be in with the prisoner.
Yeah.
Bound,
fly
tied,
in there
gagged, blind.
And watch.
I'm gonna fly in there and tell them. How many creatures did you say?
Two large, off in a distance, winged, draconic, probably
Belvin's
dragon
probably
creatures.
Belvin's probably not down the bottom. He'd be on the floor above,
Yeah.
sitting on a chair or something.
I've got some tea.
But
I'm
Ikram,
assuming I'm assuming Casimir would be down in the with the prisoners, so
Making sure
that'd be
he
kind
can't
of where
escape.
I'd go for.
you see,
Shifty bastard.
you do see Belvin Ikram comes in. You know, a bit of a hurried step, heading towards the spiral staircase down.
What's wrong?
There are two. You said large, eh?
Large.
Two large creatures flying this way, and they'll be here by sunrise. Was it? Yeah, sunrise.
So dragons.
It was dragons. Or you said demonic creatures.
Draconic?
Two winged creatures could be dragons.
Oh, I couldn't tell from where I from
They,
where I was.
yeah,
but
they still
Well,
seem quite far
they
away.
were, they
Alright.
were flying pretty fast.
Let Casimir know. I'll go talk to the giants. I'll talk to Blagothicus and inform him as well. Which direction were they coming from?
Northeast, northwest.
I was actually gonna say southwest.
So I'm assuming that
Northeast.
like they're flying faster than us, right? That's why they're catching up. But how far, roughly, would they be away from us? Did Ikram get a good look? Say if we were stopped,
said they'd-
how long would it take them to reach us?
If you're
They're
stopped,
gonna reach us at sunrise.
yeah.
That's if we're traveling though. But if we stopped, how long would it take
If
to
it,
reach us?
it'll probably only take a matter of hours
Okay.
at night.
So we're northwest.
Yeah,
So
northwest.
Northwest. All right. Belvin will run off and go find Blagothicus.
You can easily do that.
When I told that to them, can I see what the reaction was? Oh no, would they be able to react? I've got to read there. The two in the cell.
There's
The
only
one
one
in
in the cell now.
Sorry, yeah.
If you go down and tell Casimir that.
With
Yeah,
your
so when I went down and told Casimir, I'd kind of want to see what his reaction was.
all right. So after stating that, you do pick up with your passive insight. It's a bit of a shift in the body posture, as if he's being smug.
So could
I
he just like,
wonder if he could tell us who it is.
well, it'd be his reinforcements,
Yeah,
basically.
could have a better idea of exactly what they are. The
I'm just wondering
dragons,
though, if
yeah.
this guy, so he can't see or hear or talk. I'm just wondering if he can like read minds of creatures in the area.
He can telepathically communicate with anyone.
Yeah, but so if he's smug just from you entering the room,
No,
that
he's saying
was after I
he,
told
he
you.
told Casimir stuff
but
was coming.
he's still like deaf. Like his ears are bound, like getting padded.
Maybe you could just see the emotion, like the distress on my face or
You
whatever.
can't see.
But he's
it either.
blind. He's blindfolded.
Ah,
He's blind,
I
deaf,
keep
and
forgetting
dumb.
that everything is okay. Maybe he doesn't even whatever.
That's why I'm like, let's discuss outside to be safe.
You leave.
But as I leave, I'm gonna put a smear of force around him.
He permanently becomes trapped in a sphere of force as you leave.
It's like I ain't letting you pull shit, mate.
You leave. You get out. You go up to the levels above. You might as well change the map.
I would just go to the level above, yeah.
I wonder, should we use all of the storm
Oh.
and slow them down?
Also, Carl, sorry, I forgot to mention this before because I forgot to read it. Each day I'd be putting 1,000 gold into the Wormwood staff from the new glyph.
Yes.
That takes 10 days.
Yes. Okay. So.
So it'd be 1 day down so far, or 2 maybe.
Okay. I'd say you'd be 1 day down due to the fact that you spent an entire 18 hours working on a
True.
spell.
True.
So, you get upstairs, you converge with Velvin, who is reading upstairs just in the foyer lobby of the area. There are beds, as you can see, and
Wait, what? I thought Belvin was running to talk to the giants about.
oh, okay, yeah, you're already gone.
Come. I was gonna say Belvin just left as soon as he heard.
Belvin, you make your way into
no,
the
no.
tower to visit Blagofkus, and you can currently see that as you get down there, he is coming. As you get down the very bottom of the. As you get down the very bottom of the center column of the tower, where the rift to the elemental plane of ice is, the Frostfell, you can make a Constitution saving throw for me, as it is extremely cold, and Blagofkus is coming out of the lower tiers of the tower, and he just looks at you and says, "What is wrong, young Belvin? You were in quite a haste."
Just been informed of 2 approaching flying creatures coming from the northwest. Ikram spotted them just on his flyabout. Said they're. He estimated be upon us by daybreak.
If they have a means to find us, they have a means to track us. And I'm not surprised at all.
Well, we believe that the draconic fiends that we have imprisoned here could be aiding that as well. We have been successful in getting rid of one of them. We just have to wait another day for the next one.
Of course. We should. And he puts his hand down onto the ground for you. He says, "Come, we must prepare our defenses."
Yeah. I've actually got to go back and get my armor on. So,
Be safe.
Then consider this a shortcut. As he kind
Yeah.
of like looks over to the large staircase suited for giants and not for humans.
hey, I can be sort of quick. But
As-
sure, let's go.
As he just holds you up in his hand, as you're just standing there in the palm of it, a cloud just is summoned underneath him and just begins to lift you both up alongside the spiral staircase and the magical beam of energy that shoots up the tower all the way to the, as he goes all the way up to the level where your other room previously was, and that also leads out the castle and across the way for you to then run out. And he says, "I will place the castle in a cloud and begin to order my troops, my soldiers, and the clans to prepare the ballistas and the trebuchets.
I believe,
We'd be ready for a siege no matter what.
good. We'll make sure we do the preparations on our end as well. We'll be back to you once we're ready.
Okay.
Belvin will go, let's suit up. Even though I know, like, Belvin should be wearing his armor at all times, but he's like, you know what? I don't want to wear my armor all the time.
Exactly. Forges are
Kinda
hot.
It's like, he's just hanging it up, airing it out a little,
Exactly.
He's been wearing it for like 4 years straight.
you know?
As
Boy.
it doesn't take long, like by the time you get halfway across to say about here, just coming down along the path towards the blue tower where you've been staying and keeping your stuff, that a veil of fog begins to surround probably about 40 to 50 feet out from the walls that basically just encapsulate and rise up around the entire castle.
Cool.
Basically surrounding it in a bubble of fog.
Carl,
Yes.
where were we on the world map?
Where are you? on
Did
the
you say
world?
we were near Ella the dragon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're near Ella, aren't we?
You are near
Roughly.
Ella, yes.
Yo, Ella, what's up?
Hey, what's up,
Can you help
girl?
us out?
Currently,
I don't know like how far away should be. If she's
You know, it's like, you know how we were talking about that favor? I think it's ready to cash in.
time to cash in. And she's like, wait, you didn't tell her where we are?
Yeah.
Hello?
so if you are going to send us, shoot ascending towards Ella, what are you going to say?
Mayday, mayday, need backup.
Just a big 10-4 there. K-Star 1. Vector Ella in approach to our vicinity.
Inbound chromatics on our Skyreach Castle. We need backup, if possible.
Will she know where that is?
I would give like a rough location. If I'm just trying to limit the words. That's
Yeah.
why I need to know where we are on like the world map, kind of,
Okay.
or rather
it's
where
like-
we'll be.
But it's like, will Casimir know the coordinates? Like, you know?
I'd ask the professionals.
You can ask the professionals. You can also ask to cast Anchor, if you wish. So, pretty much would be you guys would be just right around here, like going
Right about-
going past Silvery Moon. So there is a 1 in 3 chance of her being within Silvery Moon, with her being around Citadel Adbar, or her being at the Nether Mountains.
Okay.
So you can roll a D3 for that. So she'd be either at
So one's
Silver.
close,
yeah.
one's
One would be she'd get there before the fight. One would be she'd get there during the fight. Well, at the beginning. One would be she'd be there well before the fight. One would be she might be a couple of rounds late to the fight, and the other one would be she won't get there at all.
yeah. Oh, it's hard of the dice.
Yeah, 1d3.
He didn't
like-
say which
but-
one was which, though.
Oh, Don't do this to me, Kyle.
As simple logic dictates, and the way I said it as well, Silvery Moon, Citadel, and Nether.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3. She is, in fact, at Silvery Moon having drinks with a dark elf by the name of Dritstuerden. And at your call, she says, I can get there for assist. Just tell me where, and as you relate this conversation after a couple of sendings, she can get there by midnight.
Now, the complicated part is convincing the giants to work with the dragon,
Well,
and also convincing her to work with the giants.
here's your initial part. How are you going to word that to her?
We are on. Would she know what Skyreach Castle is?
You think she would, yes.
So that implies that we're with giants at the moment.
Yes.
But on the flip side, this could be the start of good relations. Maybe.
Well, would you like me to go back and talk to Blagothkus?
Yes.
You run all the
Although
way.
we all probably should.
Okay. We're gonna change map again.
I was playing.
I don't know why it just keeps cutting out.
Politics. Maybe it's tied to each map.
No, it shouldn't be, because it's not.
Nope. I don't know then.
I don't know. Anyway, you get up on top of the tower, and out front, he's having. Blagothkus has currently had a meeting with his some of his lieutenants at the moment, and you've already just passed the rest of the giant clan leaders passing down as well. You get up to Blagothkus, and he turns around to you all and looks at you all up and down. So is this just a scare, or are we actually in danger? We don't take dragon cries lightly. You can already hear there's the sound of a horn, a preparation horn going, blowing in the background. You can see ogres that are moving between each and every other ballistas. These are well-trained ogres.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
That's a hot dog.
See that shit?
What?
Look at
See
my
what?
shirt.
On his shirt. On Luke's shirt. See it?
Ah.
Where's your little hot dog? You still got him?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh,
He's
that's
just chilling.
adorable. Oh, Billy.
He's asleep. My hot dog.
No.
Oh.
He's even in his bun.
So,
He's like, why the fuck did you just wake me?
Look, we can almost safely assume it'll be dragons, because with the attack a couple days ago, some part of them had to know exactly where we were, so I can almost say this could be a rescue party. But we're not going to let that happen. The one thing is we did call for backup. We have aligned ourselves with the metallic dragons. And one of them is close enough to come aid us. We want to make sure that you all would be okay with that.
make a persuasion check.
Good luck.
Belvin will use human determination
Oh.
To get advantage.
to do it with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That paid off.
Oh shit.
31.
Natty 20.
He's looking down at you when you say this. And then he looks off into the distance. And you can feel the tower begin to vibrate and shake under your feet as he smells the air. That smell of ozone as static electricity sparks around the tower and around the clouds. Lightning strike just down onto the tower as well, just 5 feet away from him. As he holds his hand out as if to grab it. Allied with the metallics. I'm guessing then. Never thought I'd truly be in a world where I'd be fighting alongside with them. Along any worm. In the same... under the same friendships with small folk.
Well, this is the beginning of a new era.
I am beginning of a new world. Tell your friend. Tell the dragon. As he looks back towards his lieutenants and then to the tower. That thanks to you that I, Blagofkus, are in accord of this parley, this agreement, and this war.
Belvin will give him a nod. We'll do that right away.
There is still the nest from Glazehale's prior being here that it can land in. Or the courtyard is also welcomed. Just make sure you're able to announce her while my soldiers are preparing the ballistas and trebuchets.
Well, she is a silver, ancient silver. So I don't know what kind of possible chromatics are coming our way, but she should be able to be spotted on her way. But
Boy,
She's coming from Silvery Moon as well.
yeah, so she'll be coming from the
Northeast.
east.
okay.
Northeast, I think.
So if you tell he's coming from the east, he's happy enough to be like, okay, all right.
But we will let her know that the positioning and place that she can arrive.
All right.
Thank you, Blagofkus.
Hi, get some rest. We have a war to win. So, with that, I'm going to say it is around about, let's say 5 o'clock. Well, 6, let's say 8 o'clock because of nighttime and preparations and back and forth and moving around. This is the time for you to have dinner. In the morning, that's when the attack will commence, you believe.
And Ella said she'd arrive at midnight, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I should use control the orb of storm, and with the direction those things are coming, just try and build like an epic storm to try and slow them down.
Hell
behind
yeah.
us.
You definitely could, actually.
You definitely could. Could you pop the spell into the chat? To the Roll20 chat?
I believe it's that one.
Control weather. That's the one.
The only thing with this with this fog, we can't really see their approach, can we?
Not directly, but if they are catching you, they can only really travel in a straight line, up or down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more like we can't see them definitely coming and kind of discern what
Yeah.
they are. So.
It's such, but you can ask for them to drop the fog barrier as well, but then you're just a big target.
It's also night time.
Yeah.
So you probably wouldn't see them coming anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yes.
'cause, dark vision only has a certain range. That goes for them as well, though, I guess. Like, they can only see so far.
I think they're traveling more than just sight at this point.
True.
Yep. So with that, you can definitely do that, but it might be best to cast that at the beginning of the morning, or just
Just before.
prior to, as you see them flying in.
That's also
Okay.
going to affect Ella, but I guess 2 versus 1 kind of thing. 2 dragons versus
Oh,
Ella.
because of the weather within 5 miles of you.
I imagine, because
Yeah.
if we have a dragon on our side, if she tries to fly around,
Yeah.
Honestly, even if she isn't in her
it
dragon
was more
form,
just to slow them down. Like
she's
from
a
catching up
high
to
level
us.
cleric, so
yeah, true.
very helpful. Probably one of the most helpful out of the dragons if she's a cleric,
see.
honestly.
Like
Being
if
a
I just had a
cleric.
blizzard on our tail the whole time, it'd be so hard for them to slow them down.
Yeah, plus the super strong winds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see. So it takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for each new effect. That could take up to what, 4 hours, I think. Maximum.
No, 40 minutes.
40, 120,
Oh, for a new
2
condition.
hours, 240, 320. 3 hours 20, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 hours 20 to get to Blizzard.
That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like, that's how long it would take. So it's likely to take maybe like half that time, probably.
Yeah. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions?
Cast it just before dawn when they were supposed to come.
I'd suggest, honestly, I actually, Belvin will put his hand up and be the one who'll stay in with Nuravane.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is a mission directly for him. I think one of us needs to keep an eye on him, and I feel like if it's going to be a possible air battle, I'll be the, less useful in this at this point.
I mean, yeah. Without supporting magic, that is true.
Okay. Around about midnight, it's when you gather in the courtyard alongside with the giant lords as well. Blakovskis behind you as the mighty dragon Ella, or Otari Lakanos, breaks through the clouds.
Who? Just which dragon was it that we needed to bring the All Mate's head to?
Protantha.
It was
Yeah,
Protantha
the big
we had
gold.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big goal.
Yep.
But I mean, we can at least inform Ella.
I feel like we would have informed them though. I don't think we did actually send a message
You didn't.
to them.
We did or we didn't?
You did.
I don't think
Okay,
we didn't
well,
specifically, but I
Yeah,
was just
okay.
curious if we would have.
we just forgot to.
Yeah, you've had a lot going on. Anyway, as she does she does a circle, a tight bank around. She spreads her wings as she begins to take the air up under it to lower her descent. As she lands, there is that lingering pregnant pause between the giants and the silver dragon Ella, as she basically looks around on edge, just being in the area of a former foe in a way.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Fair
history
enough.
between giants and dragons.
The history is there, but it subsides as she narrows a draconic gaze down to you and begins to speak.
Ella, thank you for heeding our summons.
Casimir, Ikram, Belvan. I believe your trip after the King Killer Star was successful then.
Indeed, it is. Forgive us for not reporting to you. However,
Cur-
been busy.
Currently, Antis is tying up some personal things at this point in time, and she is the one in possession of it. So we decided to wait for her to come back before we made a decision to bring this forward.
That's understandable. But at least you've contacted. And I can send the word to Protantha to begin to gather the elders and bring back the Partarian code to bring forth another council. We've already
Indeed.
seen a positive turn from the dwarves of the citadels. So it's very interesting times we live in.
Well,
Indeed. We'll look to Blagoskas. This is
it's definitely a new era beginning now.
This is history in the making, as I don't believe giants and dragons have allied in centuries.
Blagofkis basically looks down to you and says, "Not since the beginning of the fight versus the Titans has dragons and giants fought against an allied foe. The elemental titans, Oritali Arcanos, was still a great memory to us when songs are still sung." And Ella responds, "Likewise, Blagofkis. A mighty home you do have amongst the clouds." Right.
All right, let's get things set up. We're not 100% sure what we're dealing with at this point, but be ready for anything. And Belvin also. And another update on our front. We had actually been got attacked a couple nights ago by a few of the leaders of the cult. The experimented half-dragon demon
Thing.
beings that they've created.
The Abishai.
That's them.
No original creation on their behalf.
Well, we were attacked by a few of them, slayed one, and captured two. And just earlier today, we imprisoned for good one of them, and we have one more scheduled for tomorrow.
One of Tiamat's emissaries gone. A
Yep.
mortal who's won Tiamat's favor before death and rewarded for their soul to be transformed into that hideous devil draconic self to serve at her pleasure.
And I believe you've probably heard the name before. Resmir was the one that has been sent away.
And a name that sickens my mouth and burns my ears. A good deed is done here.
You and me both.
For her divine favor will not be able to be dragged now from the missing black dragon form that she has gifted to Resmir. This is a win for us.
And the other one we have still left is Neurovane. I believe one of the first they were able to create.
Born from that of Sharex's scales, no less. Must be. Bahamut smiles on us today. And Balgovka speaks up. Your father, too. He praises us for our might together. The wind suddenly shifts north, and there's a rumbling in the tower. And then they both look down to the lot of you.
I'd have to ask Ella, how, because she's a cleric too, how, well, basically in meta terms, what level spells can she cast?
She can cast up to a resurrection, so she can cast up to 7th level spells, I believe.
It's okay, man.
Alrighty.
Because I was wondering if she could cast 9th level spells.
She cannot cast 9th level
Yeah.
spells.
Damn it.
That's
Because then we could have 2 attempts at imprisonment.
way too OP.
Yeah, that would be.
Can clerics cast it?
Yes. Yep, I just checked.
Oh shit.
But it's a ninth level spell.
Yeah. But I mean, compared to that, like they don't have to learn it; they just know it.
Yep.
Yeah, clerics.
Bullshit. But their
Um,
god can also take away their power.
I mean, and
that's true.
sorcerers can attempt to learn spells from other spell lists as well with a successful check.
Can they?
Yeah, that's a rule I've done in the past for sure.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
do like that. Like,
Yeah.
but they do have to swap a known spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
They
absolutely-
wouldn't study it like wizards do.
No,
They would just like
it's-
see it and sort of understand
Kind
like,
of
naturally
embody
the
it.
magic.
Yeah, embody the magic.
Yeah.
All right. So should we start looking at positionings?
So we think they'll arrive at dawn, which is what, 6 hours?
yes.
So it's not enough time for a long rest. But
Assume yourself to be already long rested, so like
What,
you're
again?
at full HP, so you would have had
yeah.
time for a short rest.
but would I have another long rest since my casting of imprisonment?
No,
That's my point. Because I want to see if we can buy enough time to try and get a long rest in, so I can cast another imprisonment.
you can certainly try. You have it. That would mean if it's midnight right now, if you went to bed, you'd need it to be 9 o'clock, wouldn't it?
8 hours, so
Yeah, 8
so it'd
hours.
be 8.
Yes, you'd need it to be 8 o'clock.
So I'd need to buy 2 hours,
You
basically.
need to buy 2 hours.
Well, if Ikram casted
With
control,
that control
weather,
weather, yeah.
could that
definitely do that.
potentially?
That could potentially work.
I think it's worth a shot.
It's not guaranteed, but if we can remove Nerovane, then we can completely focus on the dragons.
Definitely.
And even if they somehow manage to break in, they can't free him.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
So, Ikram, as 4 a.m. begins to approach,
Casimir's trying to just sleep.
Casimir is literally just trying
I got some earmuffs on,
I feel like you
and I'm
have
in a
to
tiny
literally-
hut.
Yeah, I don't know how like someone in this position could turn off their their brain and be like, I just need to sleep now. You know, like in this thing, you know when you
Could die, gonna get attacked.
yeah, but that's what I mean. You know how when like you the next morning you have like something that you need to wake up for.
Yep, and
You
you're
kind of
stressed
like
out.
yeah, it's like falling like once you go to like falling asleep, it's fine, but it's like actually falling asleep takes forever.
Yep.
Yeah. But I feel like Casimir just cast like the sleep spell on
I'm just
himself
like,
or something,
just like,
yeah, you know.
Yeah, if you want to cast a sleep spell on yourself, you don't have to
you
roll
need
dice.
sleeping pills when you got magic.
Exactly. If you just casted an 8th level spell, you're just like, okay, I'm out.
And dush.
It's how Casimir.
Actually, I wonder if, let's see,
It's like
I want to see what level I'd have to cast it at to like actually knock me out from full health.
I was thinking that.
See 8th level. All right, the 8th level wouldn't do it.
No.
That was some bad rolls. Oh, actually, that's not bad to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's
But
not,
that's
it's
not even close.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Like half.
Yeah.
But
All
with
right,
you are
Casimir,
able
just
to
stand
get
still for a bit.
Go to sleep.
Ikram. Where are you going to position yourself to cast this spell? They are coming from the northwest. So there is a little balcony section on a higher level.
Yeah, I was just looking at that spot. Oh, this spot.
You can cast
They're
it from within as
coming.
well, because it's a 5-mile radius.
That is true. But it doesn't sound as epic.
Yeah, true. You can be up on top of the tower. Oh, send me a power. Like, wait, wrong spell.
Oh, Christ.
Wait, wrong spell again. You're not a cleric.
So, as
So yeah, I'll just stand. Oh, yeah.
You could literally go on top of the tower though. That'd be pretty
yeah,
cool.
you could literally just go on top of the tower too. And on top of this tower, it is just a crystal glass dome. So
Perfect.
you can literally just stand atop it and just laugh as you're standing there.
That mad
I
evil
mean,
wizard
that
laugh
kinda
on.
makes sense.
Like, are we the bad guys?
Oh God, we're the bad guys.
They're just trying to save their friend.
Yeah, they're like, we're doing this for good, and you're like,
All right. Okay, Ikram. You get up on the roof super
So
quickly.
How am I going to do this?
All right. So how are you going to do this? Are you going to cast Control Weather?
I'm going to use the Orb of Storm.
Okay. So the Orb of Storm. What spell are you trying to cast with it?
Oh, which is Control
Control
Weather,
Weather.
isn't it?
Which is just Control Weather. All right.
it's got
Yeah.
2 spells,
It
but
does,
Control
yeah.
Weather's the one you
Oh,
want.
does it?
It's got Storm of Vengeance, so that's like a shorter range spell.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
All right.
There you go.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, Control Weather, and the long-term plan is to have basically
Storm.
the long-term is blizzard with Arctic cold temperature and stormy winds.
Yes.
Okay. So
This will also affect our guys as well.
Yeah,
if
it's-
they're not
and-
indoors.
and it's also going to affect how well your ballistas and like your ranged weapons and ranged defenses are going to be against them.
Could
But
you
this-
could you like keep it going until they get to a certain distance from us and then stop it?
Yeah, but it takes time for it to wear off as well, I believe.
Doesn't just.
I think.
I think it goes back down the stages
When the
again.
spell ends, weather gradually returns to normal.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's how I always thought it went back through the stages.
So I don't know if it's like the same amount of time to build up, I guess. I'm not sure. I think that's up to Carl, kind of.
I say like for it to gradually return to normal, it would be a similar time frame as it would be winding up, as it would be to winding down.
Yeah. So, I think Rob has to roll a bunch of d4.
Yeah, so
Yeah, how would you like?
So it takes 10 minutes to cast, so that'd be stage 1, I guess. And then it's 1d4 times 10 minutes for each new stage to take effect.
Yeah, so did you want me to do
I think the-
50d4?
I think the wind is going to be the big one that we want, because that's going to slow them down the most.
yes, the wind is definitely going to slow them down.
And
a
then
lot.
Blizzard, I suppose.
Yeah, the blizzard was more to be like to obscure their vision and stuff as well.
But the storm will definitely mess with their
Yeah.
flying.
in
All right.
theory.
So
How many d4 do you want me to roll? 50.
So it takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for you to change temperature and wind. So to change, and you want to go to hail, or you want to go to 5, you want to go to,
And 5 for the wind.
alright, the temperature?
I don't know about the
Yep.
temperature change, to be honest.
I don't feel like
That
it's
might
a massive...
that might hinder us more than help us.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny to be like unbearable heat? Just to completely fuck with them mentally.
Well,
Blizzard and unbearable heat. You're like, what the fuck?
well, you'd be more able to create a torrential rain as well. That would be
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to drive it off. So
It'd be like a typhoon or something,
Yeah.
basically.
So did you want me to roll what? 1d4 times 10 for each level. So that's 50.
So 4 levels for the wind, because it starts at 1.
so roll 1d4.
4. No, that's not what you want.
So that's the stage 2. That's 40 minutes. Or plus the 10 to start is 50.
Yeah. Level 4, 2, 1.
Hey.
There you go. That's all right.
I mean, on average, it's about normal.
Alright.
It's about
What's
average.
that? 4, 4, 2, 1. That's what, 50. Hour 30. Hour 50. 2 hours on the dot for all the wind.
Right. So it's 6 a.m.
Calculated.
As you get up there, 4 a.m. and you begin to cast and subtly begin to change the weather around you as you're standing up there on the tower. The rest of the castle knows this as well. This has been communicated around it, and the ogres are down below in the towers. They're truly waiting for them to be more of in range and be alongside with the plan, as you begin to conjure up from the clouds and swirling winds around you as you begin to change the flow of weather and nature itself, and then begin to push it out from you. And over the course of that 2 hours, a torrential rain begins to fall down onto Skyreach, followed by strong winds that are also quite cold. Or did you make him super hot? I can't understand. What are you doing?
Oh no, I was just joking. Like, I don't know if that would be funny or.
What's the goal, Rob? I think just the wind is what we want, but
I think the wind and the blizzard.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good.
The wind would be priority.
Yeah. So with the wind being priority, I'm going to have to make these creatures make, let's see, Constitution checks to continue to fly in the wind. Constitution saving throws to continue to batter on. So there's going to...
It gets worse as time goes on as well.
Yes. So the first one's going to be straight. They're going to make 2 rolls over the course of the hour as they're flying towards you. So it's going to be one roll's going to be straight. The next one's going to be a disadvantage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the first one for the first creature.
Oh, that's a good roll.
So
How many checks are they making?
they're making 2 each. One's
Only 2 over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like by the end of it, it's like literally a tornado.
I mean, I can't do can't do disadvantage. I can't do disadvantage, but if they're gonna fail the check, they're gonna be slowed down significantly. Like I'm gonna say quarter speed.
Okay.
And if they fail the disadvantage check, then they can't catch up.
I mean, wouldn't it be like difficult terrain though?
It would be difficult terrain.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. They are going to be slowed down completely.
Okay.
All right. So here's the disadvantage roll for the first creature. On a 17, versus roll spell save, so it definitely fails.
Fail.
Nice.
So
That's actually nice.
yeah. So that's a fail in that regard. So that one's going to be taking its time as well. Now here's the next one.
Stopping in, getting some coffee.
On
Pulls over at the servo.
25. Unfortunately, it's still going to
Succeed.
That's going to succeed. So this next one's going to be disadvantaged. So they're still moving through the first journey of the first hour as the wind's beginning to develop. But on that second hour, it's especially hard for that first dragon to be getting through.
Oh my god!
What the?
Wow!
God.
That's impressive.
And at the end of that casting, Rob, you look up, and by the end of it, you're just like, "Fuck!" As I need you to roll 5d10.
That's not good. 5d10.
5d10.
23.
23. Thank you. And
As you die.
just for argument's sakes, I am going to put you all on this map, but it's also assuming that Casimir and Belvin are down below, correct?
Yeah, I'm having a nap.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm kind of in the area to, be the one around that could possibly wake him up.
Guarding,
Yeah.
guarding, yeah. Because Casimir's focus is literally to sleep.
And that's when you're more than likely not going to sleep.
Like, I have not been getting my beauty sleep recently.
No, you have not.
Like, this is
So-
priority. I don't care about anything else.
So I'm just going to say, for argument's sake, you two are just in that room there, and Ikram, you are on the outside. As you do see coming up, like you
From
said,
Here, wasn't he? Up on the big tower.
he is up in the big tower. But after the casting, you do see it's quite low. You're not going to be blown off yet, as you can witness taking significant damage from the wind and a lightning strike even, as a draconic roar echoes throughout. Huge red dragon encroaching on Skyreach.
What time is it?
It is 9:41 p.m.
Oh.
on.
Oh, you fucker. What time in the game, you fucker?
I'm gonna say it's 7 a.m.
Okay.
So
He still has an hour.
about an
Yeah.
hour.
So, like, I'd say I'd be out of this fight unless I get woken up by something.
I mean, you can make me. What's the check you need to stay asleep?
I think it'd be a passive perception.
Would you prefer to stay asleep?
Probably, yeah. Honestly. Like, because
Okay.
there's only one of them.
I reckon it should
know
be
what,
like
guys?
if you roll low on a perception check, because you're not really paying attention. when you're
Because
asleep.
I'm asleep, and I said I had earmuffs on, and I'm in a tiny hut.
You should roll disadvantage on a perception check, but if he rolls low, it's good.
I need Rob to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
28.
28. You are not frightened of the dragon.
Easy.
I'm going to use Druidcraft, and I'm going to, if I can, kind of make my voice kind of boom a little bit and just like yell out, "Incoming!"
As you echo it out on a thunderous clap of lightning that then thunders out onto the wind,
Just because I'm assuming visibility is
Yeah,
shit at the moment.
it echoes out, and this is just going to be a d20. There's going to be a lot of wisdom saving throws that I'm not going to account for right now, because it says if they're aware of a dragon, they have to make a saving throw. Belvin, that means you too.
Oh, so actually I kind of fucked everyone over.
No, you didn't.
No, the dragon
Oh.
did. No.
Belvin, you're frightened.
Ooh.
I mean, I would be
begin-
too if I can't really fight against something in the air.
Yeah, can't be frightened.
I can't be frightened.
And then you just like shing dragons.
More just like
right?
a
Not today.
startle, just.
Belvin
As-
was like on guard, just having to sit down. He's just starting to fall asleep. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, pretty much on guard for 7 hours, like just not sleeping while Casimir's just fast asleep.
He's just like,
All right, Ikram, make me a perception check too. So dragon's incoming. You see it just lets loose its breath as it just breathes fire down onto this building, that then sets it all aflame. The ballista just goes up. The building goes up as well. On a 26, as the dragon's flying past, you see on its person, on its body, on the length of its body, there are oval-shaped silver plates along the length of its body, on its underside.
As in, like, armor.
They're metallic, definitely metallic in nature. You see they're also embroidered of a kind. And as it's flying over this this bridge, those armor plates on each side begin to drop off. Just
Oh my god.
oh no.
They're
It's
nuking
drop
us.
pods.
And you see the armor plates begin to separate as well. As
Actual drop pods.
yeah, drop pods.
it's a
I'm going
troop
to
carrier.
send... Because I've got the message ring of message, ring of sending, or whatever it is. I'm going to send Belvin a message and just say that there's drop pods. Are the dragons here? Wait, it's only 25 words, eh?
You can probably send message instead of sending. You can use either.
You can use, because you're within like 120 feet, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to tell Belvin the dragon's here, and it's dropping down reinforcements.
Something. Can we see what they
Yeah,
are?
it's dropping
Not me,
time.
but like, can the others see what they are?
I'm not taking a chance. Belvin will go wake Casimir up.
No. My beauty sleep.
As if there's,
Yeah, I know.
because what did you say? Dragons here and it's dropping stuff off.
It's dropping reinforcements.
Yeah, and if there's more,
Sorry,
if there's
it's dropping possible reinforcements.
like as soon as he says that, it's like, if there's going to be anyone that can get rid of a crowd, Casimir.
Send in the crowd pleaser.
As you see,
Oh, hello, guys.
as you see, dropping down are 11 figures, all in some form of silver metallic armor. Each of them wield curved silver greatswords. Their skin is a sickly yellow. They all have warrior style decor to them. One of them's in a full they're all in full plate, while one has a red cape and a much more embroidered decorative longsword as well. Two of them are on the roof over here. Four of them have landed on the stairs, while the rest are pretty much on this causeway up top. And you see their features, they have pointed ears. Where their nose is, there is just the Voldemort-like indent. Around their mouth, their lips are cut pretty wide to reveal quite sharp fangs. And they are definitely not of this world, Ikram.
Okay.
Are they fiends?
Mm-mm.
I
And
mean,
I
I guess-
send Belvin a Snapchat of.
I guess
Well, Belvin will be in the process of waking
if
Casimir up.
they're like if they can go past like this point, then they're not fiends, obviously, because they can go within the Hallow.
I'm gonna send one of those a day.
Belvin just comes bursting through the tiny hut. Casimir, you need to get up! Shake him.
Casimir, I'll allow you to roll a Arcana check for me at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Make me a Constitution saving throw. DC is 15.
And I'm next to Belvin.
You are next to Belvin.
So it's a plus 5.
Okay. You don't suffer a level of exhaustion.
Yay. But
But
Yeah, I'm waiting for the bus.
you're holding it, Carl. Just
But-
give it to me.
I am going to say, because of your arcane prestige, you are unable to regain your 9th level spell slot.
Because of I'm unable. That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah,
So okay, so I don't get a long rest.
you don't get a long rest.
Yeah, okay.
You know that feeling when you
do-
you feel like you're that close?
Like, you do feel like you're that close.
Oh,
do
man,
I
always
gain-
had such a good sleep.
The benefits of a short rest, at least.
Yes.
So I won't get my 9th level back, obviously, but I will get some of my spell points back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
You do get that.
Seems fair.
So I'm actually I won't get my 6th level spell back either, or my 8th, but I still have Mind Blank up because it hasn't been 24 hours.
As you...
It's been 23 hours.
It's between three. As you... Ikram, as you're walking around as well to... what are you doing in this situation? Because you can see that these 11 creatures, all martial in their ability, just begin to shake off those metal plates and begin to walk directly towards the tower. You can see the two on
How far away? Oh, they're just there.
they're just there. You can see the two on the roof as well. Just look up to the rest of their party, and they just as if they've missed it out and then reappeared just in front of them.
What's the dragon doing? Is it just kind of flying off and kind of banking back around, or
I mean, is
Is
it even
it
able
gonna-
to fly still? It's in a storm.
On a
I know.
double nat 20, it is currently able to fly.
Okay.
no? Like, I mean, sorry, is it sort of like it's flying off, but it looks like it might bank back around, or is it planning on landing? Shit, like, am I able to tell?
It looks like it's about to drop its legs down onto this building here and to just claw at it to
Okay.
cause some destruction.
Ella,
If I'm
where are you?
using my orb of storm, does it still require concentration to
Yes.
use?
Yes.
It's concentration.
That's very annoying. Hmm. Well, it's gonna be a pain in the dick. So many of my spells are bloody concentration.
Yeah. But if you end, you can use. You'll be able to do it. But still.
I'm just more thinking I'm slowing down the other one.
Hmm.
Still,
Well, even if you drop concentration, it'll still
I
take
suppose
like
it's still gonna
yeah,
take a
it's
while.
10,
to-
10 minutes at least to wear off. Like
Yeah.
one stage. So it's still going to be like a storm, and then like a really strong wind,
Yeah.
a gale, and then a strong wind, then a moderate wind. So
That's
like it'll
true.
still slow it down for a while.
If I turn into a elemental, like an air or water elemental during a storm, do I get advantage on things?
The air elemental, I'd say, would be able to fly in a storm. I'd say.
Mm. I
That'd
just
be
mean, like,
cool.
would I be, like, almost not become bigger, but just be like I'm kind of using the elements to help me even more?
I'd say you'd be able to utilize your core lightning ability without having to maintain concentration, especially if like you've created a storm for this effect, because that's just fucking cool.
Sorry, but if I'm an air elemental, I can't use core lightning.
You can.
Or are you saying I can make?
He's saying you can.
I'm going to say you can
Ah,
because
gotcha.
you've manipulated the air around you to create this torrential
Okay.
storm weather.
Okay.
Nice.
And you reckon I can fly as the air guy?
I'm going
Air
to say
elemental?
you can fly as an air elemental.
Like,
Okay.
would he ignore the storm being literally the air itself?
You would. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what I
saying.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
how I was looking at it.
Hell yeah.
as
So
you're
what I'm
looking
gonna
at all this,
do? Sorry,
Is this your first use of the elemental form?
No, I've done
He has
water.
done it a couple times.
I've done
Has
water and
he?
fire, I think.
Okay.
you haven't done air yet. I think.
Nah.
Or Earth.
Yeah, or earth.
So basically, I'm gonna basically put the orb away and see all these guys down the bottom. With the whirlwind attack, it's within me, isn't it? Like, it's
Yeah,
my.
you have to.
You have 90-foot speed, so you could move.
It'd almost be time
Actually, where are you?
to roll initiative, wouldn't it?
And since you are in an
Just giving
air
me an
form,
opportunity attack.
as you are in an air form, you can enter other creatures' hostile space and stop there.
Yeah. I kind of want to end up here. I'm
Are you
guessing I
here?
can't. Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't
you
know.
right here?
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
you got 90-foot speed, so you literally could.
You literally could.
Yeah. So if
So
I just plonk myself there and then cast whirlwind.
yeah, you can do that. But as you were thinking about this,
Yeah. Let me tell you what's.
you tell me what you're going to
No, I'm
do
kidding.
before it happens. And
I'm literally gonna move in there and cast whirlwind amongst this group of
Okay.
dudes.
as you can see, these 4 boys up front begin to pass way to allow their legionnaire to walk in front of them and basically point towards the door, and you see him step past and over the what you know is the hollow spells fortifying line, completely unaffected.
Okay.
So what are we on? Like what, the top floor? Me and Kazmi.
I am going to say no. You'd be on the floor where all the rooms would be. So
Yeah.
it goes this library room, the living room, the platform, and then the basement.
Yeah, right. Well, I'd be sprinting down to the platform
Okay.
after waking Kazmi up. So
Yeah.
With that, Ikram, he then looks over towards you and looks back to two of his soldiers and just flicks you a look.
It's before I'm an air elemental, or
As you are becoming an air elemental. So basically, after that look, you put the orb away, and just tell us how you go full airbender and turn into a cyclone.
Well, what I was kind of thinking was I'd run up to the edge here, this edgy bit. Oh, is this bit? Am I above them or below them?
I
Well,
thought you'd be
You'd be above.
technically, you're still on the roof. This is just where I've put you for the moment.
Oh, okay, sweet.
To explain
Just
the
because
Basically, I
difference.
run up to the edge of the roof, and then kind of do like this, like jump and spin, and then like as I'm spinning, it kind of turns into a bit of a twister, and then into an air elemental, and then kind of lunge. Lunge down there.
As you jump off the side, twist your body, and rotate and move, and cause all this wind from around you from the storm to gather into your body as you shift and airbend your way down into an air elemental, just landing with force around them. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
This is the juicy bits.
But at least we'll start off on the juicy bit though, next time.
That's true.
Whereabouts would
Tomorrow.
I have gotten to?
You would have gone down to get. Where did you say you were going? You were going back up.
To the platform. Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
So I would have been down the bottom.
Base. Yeah, wherever the door is.
Yeah. So yeah, you would have been down in the living room.
Okay, I would have just been right in front of the door then.
Yeah, of course. It's very narrow space, so you're in the right place. And with that, you do, you hear the winds howl outside as a. And with that, we end tonight's session on a dragon's roar, a burning flame, and drop pods. As an unknown.
Instead of like Led Zeppelin playing or something, like as I'm spinning, like my battle music's like, have you ever felt like this?
When strange things happen, you going run the twist. Literally spins.
I as a player know what these are.
Yeah, I was like, wait, are these cultists?
Gith,
Yeah.
Yankee
Yankee?
from the looks of it.
Yeah. But I'm wondering why. If Carl's just using them as placeholder tokens, or if they're actually Gith.
His description where they were Gith.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't even know what that is.
But why are they with the cult?
Well,
Find out next week.
on Dragon's Brew D&D. Thank you so much for hanging around with us tonight, fam. We'll be back next week on Friday, unless we want to do another Monday game. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, we're already set up. We're easy to go. If we want to do it, we're going to discuss. We will let you know if there's going to be another one. There will be some more Doki Doki Literature Club coming your way too, as you can watch me suffer in silence with Monica for the rest of my coming days. You can also go check out our friend Joygasm, who is a wonderful streamer as well, and his character is doing all kinds of sneaky roguey things that no one knows about here because he's taking a hiatus from the game at the moment. But definitely go check him out. He's a good...
I saw him earlier this session on the map.
Yeah, he snuck he snuck in for a moment. You're just like days of future past.
Having like deja vu, yeah.
So until next time, friends, foes, and familiars, remember, these are trying times we live in. Remember to love each other, take care of friends, foes, and familiars. And as always, keep rolling 20s. That's cocked. Goodbye. I rolled an 18.
That was not a bad roll.